Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes has revealed he rejected a jaw-dropping £100 million offer from Saudi giants Al Hilal, choosing loyalty to Manchester United and his desire to play elite football over financial gain. Amid a turbulent season that saw United slump to 15th, the club gave Fernandes full control over his future, and despite the allure of a new life in Saudi Arabia, the Portugal international says his heart and ambition remain in Europe. Speaking ahead of the Nations League semi-final, Fernandes credited his wife, coach Ruben Amorim, and his own competitive fire for the decision to stay at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes says that Manchester United made it clear they did not have to sell him in the wake of interest from Al Hilal, and that the midfielder would have the final say over any potential move. Fernandes, 30, has rejected a lucrative proposal to swap the Premier League for Saudi Arabia after being sounded out. Their offer, said to be worth £100 million, coincided with the end of a disastrous season for Manchester United, who finished in 15th. United are eager to rebuild their squad this summer, but there will not extensive transfer funds available due to the club's failure to qualify for the Champions League. As such, the club are expected to consider serious offers for all players as they bid to give Ruben Amorim scope to shake up the team, but Fernandes insists United told him they did not have to sell him, as he weighed up his decision. Speaking in a press conference ahead of Portugal's UEFA Nations League semi-final tie with Germany, Fernandes revealed, "The president of Al Hilal called me a month ago to ask me about a move. There was a waiting period for me to think about the future. As I have always said, I would be willing to do it if Manchester United thought so. I spoke to coach Ruben Amorim, who, throughout that period, was very annoying to me not to go. The club said they would not be willing to sell me only if I wanted to leave, that it was not a financial issue." Speculation over Fernandes' future has grown in recent weeks, particularly in the wake of reports that the Saudi Pro League outfit had set him a deadline to decide on a move. But he decided to turn the proposal down after speaking with his wife, adding that he wants to keep playing at an elite level. "It was a very ambitious proposal," Fernandes added. "The president was a fantastic person. We never discussed the amount initially." "With my agent?" "Of course. Then, I spoke to my wife and family, and she asked me what my personal goals were in my career. She was someone who always supported me a lot. It was an easy move, even at a family level. I had João Cancelo there. My children are used to playing with him in the national team. We have a great friendship. But I want to maintain myself at the highest level, playing in the big competitions, and I feel capable of it." Viktor Gyokeres has left Arsenal and Manchester United fans guessing after suggesting he may reject a Premier League return to remain at Sporting Lisbon, the club he now calls home. Despite a jaw-dropping 54-goal season and mounting interest across Europe, the Swedish striker admits he feels deeply connected to life in the Portuguese capital. With family support and Sporting keen to keep him, Gyokeres' £60 million summer move is far from certain, and the Premier League giants may need to look elsewhere for firepower. Arsenal and Manchester United transfer target Viktor Gyokeres has hinted that he could snub the numerous clubs chasing his signature and instead stay at Sporting Lisbon. Gyokeres, 27, has been heavily linked with a move to England, where he previously played for Brighton and Championship side Coventry City. But the in-demand Swedish striker, who scored a sensational 54 goals in 52 games this season, hasn't made a decision on leaving the Portuguese capital, never mind his next move. Mirror Football understands that Sporting would be willing to sell Gyokeres for £60 million, with both Arsenal and United looking to sign striker in the summer transfer window. That's despite his release clause being £84 million, having courted interest from across Europe after firing Sporting to the double in 2025. But the 27-year-old loves life in Lisbon, where he feels at home. In Swedish culture, people work hard during the week, and if they want to do something, they do it on the weekend, Gyokeres revealed to Vogue Scandinavia via Portuguese outlet Abola. Here, people also make the most of the weekdays. They come over with friends on Monday or any other day of the week, have dinner, and a glass of wine. In Sweden, that's rare. That's the big difference. Lisbon is one of the best cities in Europe. I feel at home. His family also enjoy the city. Uncle Chris said after Sporting beat Benfica to win the Taça de Portugal, "I'm super happy. This is amazing. We were here last year. It's the same spirit, the same people, the same atmosphere. Absolutely fantastic. Beyond words." Asked if their family felt a connection to Lisbon, Chris replied, "Yes, very much. Yesterday at dinner, we decided that he has to stay." On whether the Sweden international will indeed stay, he responded, "Yes, we think so." His uncle's comments were later put to Gyokeres, who confirmed, "They really like Portugal. I think they want to be here and enjoy the city, the good weather, and all the atmosphere." Sporting Vice President Francisco Salgado Zenha recently said that they haven't received any formal offers for Gyokeres, who's just pulled out of international duty through injury. He has 3 more years on his contract, Zenha told reporters. At the moment there are no offers. He has 3 more years on his contract. I think the answer has been given. Sporting's transfer plans won't be any different from last year. We want to keep the best players and retain talent. Today we're diving into a story that's gathering serious pace. Bryan Mbeumo could be on his way to Old Trafford. With the ink barely dry on Matheus Cunha's £62.5 million move, United's summer rebuild looks set to continue, and Mbeumo might just be next in line. The Brentford forward, who lit up the Premier League last season with 20 goals and 7 assists, has reportedly prioritised a move to Manchester United. And get this, his favourite shirt number, 19, is currently vacant at the club. We'll talk about what Mbeumo brings to the squad, what his arrival means for Marcus Rashford's future, and why Brentford boss Thomas Frank believes replacing Mbeumo is near impossible. Plus, we've got fresh updates on United's pursuit of another striker, with Aleksandar Mitrovic now on the radar. So stick around, it's going to be a packed and exciting episode. Manchester United could hand Bryan Mbeumo a brilliant welcome present should he become a Red Devil. The Brentford star looks set to become United's second edition of the summer in what is a crucial window for the club. They have already confirmed the signing of Matheus Cunha from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he could be followed by Mbeumo, who has reportedly prioritised a move to Old Trafford. Should a switch go through as expected, Mbeumo could be handed his ideal shirt number. The Cameroonian already dons the number 19 shirt with current side Brentford, and as it stands, nobody owns that at United. French defender Raphael Varane was the last man to wear the shirt, while Marcus Rashford and Ahmad also wore the number. But both forwards gave the number up, Ahmad moving to 16, while Rashford is currently the owner of United's illustrious number 10 shirt. Even that might not last much longer. It has already been confirmed that their first signing of the summer, Matheus Cunha, will be handed the number 10 shirt once he officially arrives, potentially hinting that Rashford faces little future at the club following his loan spell at Aston Villa. Regarding Mbeumo, Brentford now face a tough task in replacing the forward after his 20-goal haul last term. Thomas Frank has claimed that his side face a near impossible task should he depart. He said, "It is clear that if he is to be sold, it must be for a nice amount. It is a lot. Mucho. Really a lot. Then it is clear that it is impossible to replace him 1 for 1. It cannot be done. There is a reason why he costs X number of £1 million, and we do not have X number of £1 million to buy for. I would say that I would be surprised if a lot of big clubs don't look at him. I would be surprised with what he has to offer. How many wingers score 20 goals for a mid-table club? And then with 7 assists, plus his work ethic and his character. All these things mean that he has a lot, so he is a good player. United appear unlikely to end their summer shopping at the signing of Mbeumo. They are also keen to sign a new striker ahead of next term, the latest name emerging as former Fulham and Newcastle hitman Aleksandar Mitrovic.